I'm back. Had to go pick up my daughter, and now she's in the other room playing piano. So I'm not sure how annoying that's going to be on the recording, but I must go on. So I had a few minutes before I started hitting record, and I wrapped this code in its own function. So now we have three functions: one for the begin, one for the rescue, and then one for the if itself. The one that does the if. Inside of here, we build a new environment so that we don't step on the other one. That's why I wrapped this in a function. And then we just return the result of calling either the begin function or the rescue function, and we store that in a result and return it. So we're all the way to here. So now we have got pretty much what we would expect: undefined local variable or method E, which is great because we weren't even setting E. Um, so inside of this function, I think I need to do env set env. This is going to be the variable name, in our case E, and we're going to set it to the exception. Now, hopefully the exception is there. I believe it should be. Let's see what happens. So we're doing env set E, env exception. Oh, I need to do it after I build the env, I believe. Still not going to work. Why? Oh, because I'm doing it too early. It only needs to happen inside the rescue. So either, I guess here, still doesn't like that. Yeah, I gotta escape my quotes. Escape my backslash. That is null. env exception is null. So assuming I gotta remind myself, how do we set the exception? We go up the chain until there's a jump buffer. Then we, oh, env set exception. No. How does that work? Oh, it goes all the way to the top. We do not want to do that. We want to do, is that the only place we set the exception? Yes. Let's just do it here. env exception equals exception. I don't think we need this function at all. Still null. Why would env exception be null here? Nat rescue just trace the code here. So what it does is on the current environment, it sets a jump buffer. It mallocs the jump buffer, and then it calls set jump on that jump buffer. So in our compiler, the error is happening somewhere deep within this rescue func inside of this body, just to make sure I'm not completely losing it. That is definitely the environment. EV set, EV exception. It wouldn't hurt to have it in assert right there just to make sure I don't break something. Because I would like for this to fail hard right here. There should be an exception there. Let's, oh, no, that's right, that's right. So we're calling the function EMV. Okay, so Natalie H, let us, hmm. Come on, okay. Is this the same environment as this one? Let's put like a 1 here and a 2 here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's definitely the same object. And just for sanity check, it's always the same object. And let's see, does the jump buff always exist? It doesn't exist, it does, it doesn't. That makes sense because I deleted it right there. So it doesn't exist before the rescue, before nat rescue. It does exist, and it's the same one. So that's good. I just don't know why the exception's not getting set. Oh, so let's do this. Let's do Natalie C nat raise. So is this the same? That is a 3. Is that the same jump buff? 1, 2, 3. It's not even getting. It's not even getting to there. Gotta run make. That is definitely the same jump buff. And I assume it's the same environment. Come on. No, that's not the one I wanted. So all these should be the same. No, this one's different. That is the problem, right? That is a different environment on number 3, which is here. How is this a different environment? That's fine because we go up until we find a jump buff. So now it should be the same environment again. So 4 should match. 4 does not match. Every time. 4. Oh no, they're all the same? No way. I swear that was different. I'm gonna put a make on here so I don't keep forgetting. Huh. Now they're all the same. FC31440450. Whoa, interesting. Whoa, it just started working? Ah. Apparently I didn't save something or call make or bleh. If you were here with me, you would scream at me to run make. Did I miss any? Well, good news is it's working. It's a name error and it's an object and it even has an inspect. Yes, yes, it works. This is a really big mess. It's like the biggest one. It's bigger than the if, I think. Well, at least close to it. So now we can rescue stuff. Okay. Did notice in my last failure that my parsing wasn't really working as expected. Uh, if you have this with spaces, this should be nil. And let's just make that a 1 because it doesn't make any sense. Integer 1. Do all these match? Yes. Review test, Natalie parser test. Yes, that's the bug. Okay, parser. Let's just fix that. Rescue. If you skip that, else we're going to do scanner. Let's just expect end of expression. Actually, let's just always expect end of expression. Perfect. Okay, what did we break? Hopefully nothing. Ugh, broke something. Don't know what I broke. Oh, that's fine. So we need a better inspect on exception, probably. So if I have begin rescue e dot end. So this is the exception dot method inspect owner. It goes all the way up to exception. EE is a name error. Its superclass is standard error, and it goes all the way to exception. Okay, cool. So main C, we have exception here. We're basically going to do something like this. Nat define method exception inspect exception. That doesn't exist. That's right. C. We're going to save this as source exception.c. Net exception.c. We're going to say net exception.h. Exception inspect. Assert that's an exception. Then we're going to do something here. Delete all that. Net array h. Save as net exception.h. Exception.h. Exception. Exception. Cool. Yeah, so in main C, I think I gotta include this. Cool. Nat exception reload. Okay, so how do we do string inspect? Nat string C. Might look like that. Actually, no, it's going to be object. Nope. Kernel. Where is our default inspect? I forgot. kernel inspect. Yeah, it's definitely this. Let's just copy this. And let's just paste all that in there. So it turns string, self class, and then it does a class inspect. Then it has a colon and a space. And then it has, instead of the pointer ID, it has the message. So it's going to be self message followed by greater than sign. This is not happy because I think I need class.h to make, do a bin Natalie examples rescue here. And we'll do a Ruby examples rescue. Okay, close. That's all the same. And then how does Ruby know about that? How does Ruby know about that? So if I call XX, it knows I'm on main. If I have foo def x xx and end, and I do foo.new.x, I guess it's calling inspect self.inspect. I don't even have a self. Well, I don't know if it's worth too much hassle. What if we make this error something else just to get past that? What if we do, what is that error? Syntax error. That's a syntax error? Fine. Why are you not getting to here? Why are you not? Why are you not doing this properly? I didn't do, I don't know. I don't know why that's not working. I just want my test to pass. I just want my test to pass. Okay, ref that the square brackets can take one or two args. So let's just do this. A equals this. A 1, 2, 3. That should produce an error, right? It did. Same error, still skipping my rescue. Okay. Why are you skipping my rescue? Begin wrapper funk, return begin results. That's the default one, right? Begin wrapper body funk. If not net rescue env, return begin body funk 1. It's not getting to this code at all. Is it getting into here? Is it getting into there? Hi, Mom. I said Mom. Do I need to, yeah, just escape this stuff. Okay, make. I don't need to do make. Hi, Mom. Definitely not getting to there. Funny thing is, when it was an undefined method, worked fine, right? Hi, Mom. Hi. Hi, Mom. Hi. And then it returns that. What's the difference? What is the difference? So the difference is that's happening here. Array inspect. It's happening on a nat send. So maybe it's a little bit lower. The environment gets thrown away. Do we create a new environment here somewhere? Net call method on class. Call method on class. Compiler C. Okay, let's just look at the code here. Where do we actually call, where do we do send at? Here's the begin body func up here. Create an array. That's the rescue, that's right. env set. Curious why that's kind of weird. Oh, that's fine. So then we it's not actually unused. I don't know why it's doing that. That's fine. Not a problem. We do a send. Okay. It should go up until it finds a jump buffer. I don't know why I need to see that. Just trying to get a sense of what's happening. It just skipped right over the environment. Nat raise environment, wrong number of arguments. That's how that works. I'm doing this. Okay, which environment are we getting here versus which environment are we getting here when we call raise? Don't care about that. And then lastly, what environment do we get? Okay, make, doesn't like that. F, printf, let's actually type that right. So inside of the array code, curious that that got printed twice. And then it just keeps going. It just skipped right over it. Make yeah, so Natalie C, Nat rescue, Nat rescue. Well, that's in Natalie H because it's a macro, Nat rescue, set jump, env. What do we call this here? Let's go ahead and print this. F print F standard error. We'll say nat rescue pointer env. Yeah, what is the env? Make, yeah, let's do that. Nat rescue, the environment is this. I need some sort of debugging tool to visualize the environment hierarchy. That would be handy because neither of these are any of these, well, except this one. I guess this is like the top level one. So I've got the top level one. I create one underneath that that's not in this hierarchy. So I've got something confusing, just out of curiosity. Whoa, what just happened? I know this doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, just making sure it didn't change. So I pass the environment into this function. So this is the wrapper. builds a new environment. It passes it, it calls the begin body function with that environment, which is here. This code causes an error. Okay, just keep testing our assumptions here. Right before the end of that, I'm going to make sure this environment is the same. Wait, what? Oh, because I did a return probably. I'll just put it here, that's fine. Begin body func should match this one, nat rescue, which is the one we created. It does. Okay, good. Keep testing our assumptions. Oh, I just had a thought. Okay, I'm thinking. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what the problem is. So when we do a nat send, nat call method on class, we pass in the closure environment. Is that? This shouldn't have a closure environment. It's not a block. Yes, it's grabbing the environment from the class. And the class. Yep. That makes sense. So all this work, I don't know what to do. Because the environment being passed in here is not the calling environment. It's the lexical environment of the class. Maybe that assumption's wrong. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, think about it some more. BRB. Okay, I'm back. I did cheat a little bit. I did this off camera because I felt so stupid, like I just went down a completely wrong path. But the good news is I found a fix, and I think this is good. This has forced out a problem in my logic. Um, the environment normally is lexical, meaning where the code was defined, but in the case of exceptions, it needs to be uh, dynamic based on where the code was called from, and that's how the rescue works, at least so far, at least the ones that I've seen so far. And so what I did is I added to the environment, I added a caller, which is also another environment. So it's sort of like outer, but it's called caller. And so that way we can keep track of uh, what code called some other code. And inside of that send down here, every time a call is made, I set the caller to the environment where they came from. I do it here, here, and also on class methods here and here. And so that should allow us, I think, to do stuff like this, foo, to build this string or this array of caller uh, hierarchy where the call came from. And so maybe that's how Ruby does it. At least that's how we're going to do it in Natalie for now. Cool thing about that is now when I call raise, um, as I'm going up the chain, if any of the environments has a caller, go up that chain. If not, go up the regular hierarchy, the lexical hierarchy. So um, that seems to work. So if I do bin Natalie examples rescue, let's run make just to make sure. Yeah, I get this proper error. And then I think if I do, let's do our other one, right, where it's like an undefined method. This should also give the right error, and it inspected it. It's a little bit different than Ruby because ours doesn't say main colon object, so that's why I'm going to leave this off for now. But all our tests should pass. We're able to grab the exception. And this is good progress. Long video, sorry. Sorry if you actually sat through all of that. But this is making our language better. So actually forced out something that I had missed, which was this caller concept, keeping track of that. So I guess that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.